With long service within an Inquisitor's retinue, an acolyte may rise up through multiple ranks, serving multiple purposes for their patron Inquisitor, and ultimately perhaps even rising high enough to be considered for Inquisitor status themselves. I will now explain the most common ranks handed out to the acolytes of the Inquisition, from the lowest to the highest. First, the acolyte, of course. Acolytes are the chosen servants, agents, and aides of an Inquisitor. Though not of the rank of Inquisitors, they are nonetheless considered full agents of the Inquisition, and can be delegated some of the authority of their patron. However, some acolytes are chosen simply to serve as cannon fodder by more ruthless Inquisitors to deal with a specific problem, such as those selected to combat the dark tide of chaos threatening Hive Tertium on the Mobian domain hive world of Atomar Prime, who are nicknamed Rejects by the Ordo Hereticus. Those who survive their original purpose may continue on in their patron's retinue, eventually rising to gain more power and responsibility, perhaps even eventually becoming Inquisitors in training themselves. Next, the proven acolyte. After a cell of recently selected acolytes has completed several successful missions for their patron, they are inducted more fully into the workings of the Inquisition, and can operate more independently of their patron's direct supervision. Then, the trusted acolyte. A trusted acolyte is one who is often given positions of responsibility by their patron, such as running an Inquisitor's facilities while they are away, or operating in long-term undercover operations. A trusted acolyte is someone the Inquisitor now trusts to be loyal and competent, and may one day be considered for promotion to Throne Agent or even Explicator. Then, of course, the Throne Agent. The Throne Agents are the most trusted members of an Inquisitor's retinue, and are drawn from many different backgrounds, often from the Adeptus Arbites or one of the other Imperial Adepta, including the various Imperial military services. Throne Agents have ascended to join the ranks of the Inquisition itself, and now possess both political power and responsibility accordingly. They are not true Inquisitors, but are recognized as bearers of the organization's authority wherever they go. They often act independently of their Inquisitor while still carrying their full authority, and possess an inquisitorial rosette of their own. Then, the Prime. Prime is the title given to the acolyte who has been selected by their patron to serve as the commander of a given warband or retinue. Then, the Legate Investigator. Some Ordos, such as the Ordos Calixis in the Calixis sector, make use of acolytes such as those drawn from the Adeptus Arbites, gifted with a formal Charter of Inquiry and a Sigil of Question, granting them the formal authority of the Inquisition for the duration of a particular investigation, essentially making them temporary Inquisitors for the span of a single mission. Then, the Explicator. An Explicator is an acolyte who has been marked out by their patron as competent and loyal enough to be treated and tested as a potential Inquisitor in training. They learn how to extract information from subjects using physical and mental torture techniques under the direction of their mentor Inquisitor, hence their title. Next, the Interrogator. Achieving the rank of Interrogator represents the second stage of achievement for an acolyte who is considered by their patron to be a future Inquisitor in training. Interrogators are both capable and strong, and possess a tremendous will to survive battle alongside their mentors. Some never rise to the rank of High Interrogator and instead simply move on when they are deemed ready by their patron to become a full Inquisitor. Interrogators often possess an inquisitorial rosette of their own, though it lacks the full powers and ability to unlock certain highly classified archives of information that a true Inquisitor's rosette allows. And the most powerful one, the High Interrogator. A High Interrogator is the senior-most rank of Interrogator, an individual who is among the most trusted agents and servants of their patron, but still short of full inquisitorial status themselves. High Interrogators are very likely to eventually rise to become full Inquisitors themselves within a short time of achieving this rank. As acolytes, best serving the Inquisition meant following orders, no matter how difficult to understand or achieve, accepting any challenge, no matter how dangerous or deadly, and acknowledging that any true understanding of the machinations the acolytes are involved in may never be reached. However, upon ascension to the ranks of the Inquisition itself as senior trusted acolytes, better known as throne agents, all of that changes, utterly and forever. Acolytes no longer, these individuals have ascended to join the ranks of the most trusted and powerful extensions of the Emperor's will. They are now throne agents, and they form the retinue, also known as a cadre, of an Inquisitor, and sometimes eventually become Inquisitors themselves. The role expected of a throne agent is complex, but at its core, it revolves around the concepts of power, responsibility, and scale. Throne agents possess many resources that mere acolytes do not, ranging from the nearly limitless authority of the inquisitorial rosette to the blend of sophisticated technology and lethal skills of the Vindicator assassin. In addition, more is expected from a throne agent than from an acolyte. The level of responsibility grows, and the risks of failure increase commensurate with the threats throne agents routinely confront. For most, it is not enough to simply uncover a conspiracy or locate the core of a heretical cult. Instead, throne agents are often solely responsible for completely rooting out the conspiracy, or are charged with the utter and complete destruction of every cult cell within a star system. Throne agents also work on a completely different scale than acolytes. The affairs of an Inquisitor move in a very dangerous and complicated game played by the various factions and orders of the Inquisition itself. To serve as, or directly with, an Inquisitor is to place oneself squarely as one of the foremost pieces on the game board, and there are many both within the Inquisition and without, who seek to use the throne agents to their own ends. No longer is it enough to merely confront the enemies of mankind. Throne agents must also watch their back and prepare to defend against the machinations of their allies.